Hi, I'm Pagada12, and today we play with Voronoi Stippling, and we build this type of image. And here's a paper that I found, and I will link it in a description below. And the idea is to have those input points randomly distributed in a much relaxed manner, and then by weighted, it's the ability to give them different size, and so we'll have a region with higher or lower density, and we can replicate those type of images. Okay, and my favorite stippling is by David Brown, and this is extraordinarily smooth and super nice implementation. And I would also like to mention Junichiro Horikawa for a great tutorial in Houdini. And yeah, our method is not so precise, let's say, but quite fast. So this is 32,000 dots, and yeah, there are plenty tweaking, and yeah, let's build this from scratch. So I will leave this aside to guide me, and let's see. First, we need some Voronoi cells, and how many of them will decide here in a constant chop, and we need the count and also resolution. And for the count, we go with 512 for now and 1280 for the resolution. Okay, and let's have a null here. Okay, and in between we put another null and click outside, collapse selected, and here inside I would like to find out the size needed for those points. So I select the count, and I rename this into map. Okay, and now I use a mod. And we go with a root and ceiling. And now here we use a merge. Okay, like this. And since we'll use feedback, let's put here also keyboard in, and maybe rename this into reset. And okay, now we're good. So our points, let's use a noise for this. Okay, and we use this map for the resolution, and this should be 32 RG and not monochrome. Okay. In order to have a Voronoi with those points, okay, we will instance a cone. So we use a tube. We made this in a previous tutorial, maybe a bit complicated than this, but yeah. So this is 2 and 32 for the base. Okay. And we need this on z-axis, and first radius is 0, and then we drag the height into the translate z, and we use minus here and divide it by 2. Okay, so now we're good. Let's have a geometry. Okay, and we go with instancing like this and RG. Okay, now let's have a camera. Let's have a camera here, and this should be orthographic and bottom left and one here. and a render, not reorder, render. And for the render we go with this resolution. Okay, let's go with 32 RGBA. Okay, I will make those black by pressing the C, and yeah, and it's nothing in the render, as we need a constant. Okay, so we go here and use this constant, and now everything is white, as I would like to use the position for the colors also. So let's do that. So RG and B. Okay, and we have our Voronoi, right? So let's split the screen. We go with top viewer, and this is the top that we want to see. Okay, now this is pretty straightforward. Okay, and I would like to see the edges, and so I use edge. Okay, and now we go with the matte, because right here the edges are quite soft, and so I want them hard, and I go with ceiling. Okay, and let's place this image over. Okay, okay, so this is how the Voronoi looks. Okay, and I would like to also put the dots, and for this I'm using another geometry. Okay, I can copy this one, and here inside I go with just a point. So I use add sop for having one point. Okay, and now I convert this point into point sprite. So I go for particles and like this, and now if I'm using a point sprite here, okay, now this render I would like to take only Geo1. Okay, and maybe render pass. I go with Geo2, and this is the render, and here deep pill. So I'm hoping for the dots. So I want to composite this with add, and let's see. Yeah, no points yet. So so we have a little problem here. Oh, but the color is it's wrong. Okay, so let's go here and take the color. We don't need the color. Okay, and also the size for the point, maybe 5. It's good. Now our cells are quite messy, and you can see for most of them the point is not in the center. Okay, and how you actually find out the center of a polygon for which you don't actually know how many size, that's a quite of a problem already, and you need to do this for all of the cells in order to find a center. Okay, and I'll be honest, I don't know how to do that, and so I'll figure it out a way for approximation Okay, so I'll have the center. In the end, I'll have the center, but it's maybe not the most precise, but it's good. So how we do that is I would like to form kind of a slope for when I have a cell. Okay, so to shape something like a height map. Okay, and so I'll have a slope, and so my point, then I can say, okay, take this slope vector and climb up, and then you'll be in the middle. Because the way we build that shape, okay, is just by diffusing the edges. We blur them. Actually, we just make we do a feedback with a blur in it, and so we have a smooth diffusion of the values. And those values where I have black, it's 0, and where I have something more light color, then I'm at the top. Okay, so that means let's do that. So that means we need the edges to be black. So let's do that. Okay, okay, so I go here, I use level. Okay, and yeah, I just turn black level. Okay, and now I will chain a null in order to insert another null in between to make a folder. And here it's where I want to build those shapes. Okay, and let's go inside here, and after this null, let's use feedback. And now I might need to go out a little bit to open this window like this. And yeah, this feedback will take this reset and also pulse, and I make this black, so we good. And yeah, a blur. Okay, and also a level. Okay, for the blur we go with 16. And for the level, yeah, maybe not black level. Instead, we go with opacity 0.9625. Okay, and now we use over. Okay, and let's close the loop now. Okay, and yeah, we have something. And I would like to put this above a lighter color. So maybe I use here a transform to set the background to maybe 0.5. So okay. So now I have this. The alpha should be 1. So now I have this. And yeah, there are some ramps. It's kind of a surface, and I can always test this with I don't know, the normal top tool to see what the surface is. And yeah, very nice surface. And if you take a look at the peaks are actually in the center. This is a very good approximation. Okay, so yeah, we don't use top, as here we only want to find out the slope. Okay, so right after this, okay, I can use a slope, and let me close the palette. Okay, here I'll go with the vertical luminance and neutral for the blue, and 0 point set to 0, and this is 32 RG. Okay, Now I see only a black screen, and sometimes it's good to check the texture, okay, by normalize. Okay, so yeah, we are good. Now those colors are the direction to follow for my points. Okay, so let me do like this. So that means I need to check this texture to read the vector information. Okay, and what can we do here? Because we start with some points, okay, and those are actually vectors, okay, so this is the vector's position, and each frame we move the points to the centroids, okay, with a step, okay, and that means we displace the points, and we need to keep track of the vector to displace, and that vector is actually a sum of vectors. For each frame will the point will be driven by a vector, and that vector gets summed, okay, in a stack. And so we can okay, how we do that? So I like to have a folder, okay, which I call it engine, as I consider this being the quite fast particle engine actually. So let's insert a null here. Okay, I collapse selected. Okay, and this is engine. Okay, and I need two inputs. One is the starting point, and the other one is the vector to displace. Okay, so let's have another input. Okay, and here this could be the vector texture that we got, and I also like to have a folder. Okay, and this I go inside here, and I can make an out. Okay, yeah, and this engine will always move the points. Okay, now how we do that? So we have the position, which is actually the starting point. Okay, and then from there we have always increasing sum of vectors. So let's have a constant for initialize that feedback. So this is 0. Okay, and let's go with the resolution. Okay, this is 32 mono. Okay, now use a feedback here. Okay, and I want to add this above my starting points. Okay, nothing happened here. Let's set this to nearest. Okay, and this feedback, I'll make this feedback black, and let me check. Yeah, we use reset. Okay, and now here in this feedback I want to also add what the vector is coming from the other folder. Okay, okay, and I believe we are good. And now let's see the what goes here in the vector folder, right? First of all, this we need this texture, okay? So in this texture we have the vectors, and we have to see actually where are the vectors for our points. Our points are just 512. So we use a remap here, okay? Now let me split the screen, because I want to go here inside in the vector folder. Okay, let's rename this vector. Okay, and inside I want to have a select, and I'll select this. No, not this one, sorry, this one. Okay, so here it's where I have the vectors. So I need also a texture where I have my points in a moving, while they are moving. Okay, so I got them from engine. So select. Okay, let me split this time, maybe bottom left. Okay, so I go in engine and I'll take this here. Okay. Now, in order to see where those points, we can see it, okay? Where in this texture they will land, because that is the vector that they should pick. Okay, so okay, we do a remap. Okay, and this, let me check a little bit, because yeah, this should be custom resolution, and yeah, we need our window. Let me check. Okay, view. Good. Here we don't need the image here. Okay, so this remap, it's also the map size. Okay, and let's go with the nearest pixels. Okay, it seems legit. I have here the colors from this texture where those points are in a UV, and this is actually my my direction. But if I connect this, I'll have instant nothing, and this is because this is way too big, right? This is way too big. And so being normalized, it's a length 1. So a point in this corner of a screen will jump 1. It's possible to go outside the screen. And so we use a mod here. And for the mod, I wanna use a very small step, like 1 divided by the resolution. So I'll drag the resolution here, and 1 divided by, okay, and now I reset everything, and you see now the cells they relax, okay, and yeah, this goes very nice, and you'll mostly have 60 fps for 1024 points or cons, but we would like to increase this amount of dots even bigger. Okay, I'm thinking about 16,000, 32,000 maybe. Okay, now let's see if we use 1024. since right now the recording is running and I already lost 60. So now it's even worse, okay? But this is because here in this geo you can see there are a bunch of intersections, okay? So this is what causing the drop, okay? Now one thing that we can do is use a transform here, okay? And I divide this with let's say 8, and now I'm 60 again, okay? And what if I go with maybe 16,000? Okay, first of all, so we have a bad FPS, but then maybe would be nice to lower this down also, okay? And now we should go back on 60 on a regular load of work, but I have a record also, okay? So yeah, let me play this level opacity. No, not opacity, it's so yeah, you can play with those settings as you want, okay? And yeah, I just want to make the lines. So with the level here I lower the opacity. Okay, so now there are some artifacts in this method, as we use a blur, and for the cells too small, that blur will lose some details, okay? And there are ways of adjusting this, okay? First of all, let me lower this down to maybe just 2000 or 4000. Okay, so now it's fast. You see now you have maybe your cone, it's too small, so you see this edge, right? But after relaxation, the cones will be good. But yeah, and now the funny part, how can we make those cells weighted? I mean, would be nice to have a stippling effect, okay? And for that I would like to have an image, okay? And I want to connect that image into this vector also, as the points will be driven by that centroid direction, and also by slope in the image we want to use. So let's go with movie file in. Okay, and go with this flower maybe. Okay, and now I will use an input here. Okay, let's connect this image, and I would like to take care of the resolution first. So I need a fit here with our big resolution, okay? And this should be fit outside, and yeah, we are good. Also 32 RGB. Okay, now let's have a monochrome, as we do this for a monochrome image. And now let's have a slope. And yeah, this slope we go with vertical luminance for the green, neutral for the blue. Also this 0 point, it's 0, and we have the slope now. And I would like to have it here, okay? And for that let me see. So this is the null for okay. So that means I need to remap also this one, I believe. So like this, and now we use composite. Okay, and this composite takes the average, and let's see. Yeah, it's not bad, right? Now let's make some improvements. Okay, so let's use a little blur here, as maybe the edges are too sharp. And also as yeah, I will make the cones a little bit bigger, the 1/8 maybe. Okay, so yeah, this is the way. Let's have a look only for the points. Okay, and maybe here an RGB key to have this black. Okay, now you see where the region in the photo, it's too bright maybe, or the slope it's big. Then you have some points which actually get clusters, or even worse, they become a single point. Okay, so yeah, we can see this if we increase again. Let's go with 16 again, and yeah, maybe we adjust here for the cones. Okay, now you can adjust this distribution. Okay, and if you wanted more relaxed, let's say, you can lower this slope. Okay, and with a smaller value, but maybe then you have to wait longer till you reach distribution that you like, because the problem with this algorithm, it never stops. So yeah, the relaxation goes on and on. But yeah, this was my tutorial, and I really hope you like this method, and thank you for staying till the end. And I'll have this file for my patrons, and I want to thank them so much for the support. It's been 2 years already, and yeah, thank you guys so much. And please give a like and subscribe if you haven't already, or you can support me on Patreon. There you'll get access to a bunch of other tutorials, mostly a little bit more advanced. Or yeah, thank you so much, and see you in the next one. Okay, bye.